channel, Meg Pederson Yoga. Thank you for joining me. This morning we are just going to start with a nice little morning routine. It's going to be about 10-15 minutes just to wake up the body. So let's get started. We're actually going to start in a nice comfortable seat today. Maybe grab a block or a cushion just to place underneath the sit bones. This can really help lengthen the spine and just to avoid any rounding in that lower back. Good. From here, we're just going to place the hands onto the thighs and let's slowly close down the eyes. And then from here, we're going to slowly come in towards the breath. So I want you to focus on really grounding down through the sit bones, keeping the spine nice and long, reaching the crown of the head up towards the sky. Good, and then slowly come back to the breath. I really want you to lengthen the breath. Maybe make it a little bit deeper. In and out through the nose. Letting go of any extra tension that we're holding on to. Maybe it's the muscles in the face, the jaw, the shoulders, the hips, the glutes. Lovely. Let's take one more breath. Good. And then from here, I want you to keep the eyes closed if you can. As we inhale, we're going to reach the arms all the way up overhead. Let's find a nice big stretch, big reach. We're going to slowly bring the palms together, and on your exhale, we're going to draw the hands down through heart center. Coming all the way down. Good. Let's do two more like this. Inhale, big reach up. So we're finding length through the spine, side of the body, reaching the arms up. Let's bring the palms together. Exhale, draw the hands down. Good, let's take one more breath in here. Nice big breath in. Let's fill up the belly, expand the ribs, lift the chest. Arms up overhead, palms together. And exhale, let it go. Let's draw the hands down through heart center. Lovely. From here, you can release the hands back down onto the thighs and then slowly blinking open the eyes. Good. From here, we're going to place the right hand down beside the right thigh, left arm. Inhale, reaches all the way up and over the body. So let's take a nice big stretch, big reach here. We're going to slowly lift all the way back up, re-rise. Left hand comes down, right arm up and over the body. Nice big stretch, big reach. Good, let's come all the way back up. We're going to do one more each side. Right hand down, left arm reaches up. So again, avoid any rounding in that lower back. You can stay on your cushion or your block here. Push into the right hand, find a nice lift with the chest. Lovely, one more time, re-rise. Left hand down. Right arm up and over the body. Nice big stretch, big reach. Good, and then coming all the way back up to center. From here, we're going to come straight into our twist. So the left hand's going to come onto the right knee. Right fingertips come behind us. Now keep these fingertips nice and close. Inhale, we're going to sit up nice and tall. And then on your exhale, find that gentle twist to the right. So I want you to stay nice and active here. We're pushing the right hand into the left knee. Really focus on twisting from that middle part of the spine. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Lovely. Let's slowly release, coming onto the other side. Good. Left fingertips behind us, right hand onto the left knee. Inhale, we sit up nice and tall. And exhale, we take that gentle twist to the left. So keep pushing down into the left fingertips, spine stay nice and long. We reach the crown of the head all the way up. Good. Let's take one more breath in here. Exhale. And then let's slowly come all the way back to center. Lovely. From here, we're going to just place the hands behind us. Soles of the feet are going to come down on the ground. Maybe bring them about that width apart. Now here, we're just going to come into a few windscreen wipers, so just warming up those hips. I want you to keep the spine on, so we're pushing down into the hands, chest stays open, and then exhale, we lower the knees down. Now nice and slowly towards the ground, to the right. And then inhale, let's lift back up, and exhale, we lower them down to the left. There's no rush in these two movements. Inhale, back up. We're going to do them one more time each side. Spine stays long, chest open, exhale down to the right. And inhale, we re-rise, lift back up. And then exhale down to the left. Good, let's slowly lift all the way back up. Now from here, let's lift up. We're going to come into our deer pose. So we're going to bring the right shin nice and parallel with the top of the mat, and then the back of the left thigh, nice and parallel with the back of the mat. Let's flex both feet here, so we're creating two right angles with the legs. And we're just going to come to a little forward fold. So slowly tiptoeing the fingertips forward, maybe bringing the forearms down, maybe the forehead can release down, maybe it comes onto a block, onto a cushion. Let's just take a couple more breaths here. Good, and then when you're ready, we're going to slowly lift back up. So let's peel the body back up. We're going to reach the arms out in front, and we're just going to come into a little bit of a movement. So I want you to be nice and slow here. I want you to keep the spine long. We're going to come up onto the soles of the feet, and we're going to come to the back of the mat. So again, we're creating those two right angles with the legs, reaching the fingertips out in front. And we're going to come all the way back to the front of the mat. Don't worry if you move off your mat. Absolutely fine. I'm slowly moving off. Reach the fingertips out in front. And then let's slowly release, hands come down. Good, so we're going to change sides. Let's bring the hands back behind us. This time the left shin comes in front and the right thigh comes to the back of the mat. Let's flex both feet nice and active. Take a breath in, let's find a little length. And exhale, we walk the fingertips forward, coming all the way down. So just coming down to wherever feels good for you. Maybe it means staying on the hands, forearms, you can release the forehead down. Keep flexing those feet. Again, taking a couple more breaths here. Good, when you're ready, let's slowly peel the body back up. Let's walk the hands up. And we're going to reach the fingertips out in front. We're going to do that same again on this side. So we're going to slowly lift all the way up. Spine stays long, chest stays open. We come to the back of the mat. Ooh, reaching the fingertips out in front. Lovely. And we're going to come all the way back to the front of the mat. Again, taking your time. There's no rush. Mobility in the hips. Reach the fingertips forward. Place the knees down. And then slowly release. Good. From here, let's swing the legs around. And we're going to come into your tabletop. So we're going to move into a few cat-cows from here. Really waking up and warming up the spine. So let's separate the fingertips nice and wide. Wrists are in line with the shoulders. Knees are in line with the hips. And then on your next inhale, we're going to begin to lower the belly. Let's find a nice lift with the chest. We draw the shoulder blades back and keep the neck lovely and long. From here, we push the ground away on your exhale. We round the spine, puff up the shoulders, chin to the chest. Good, let's do two more like this. Inhale, we lower. We find a nice lift. We squeeze the shoulder blades back. And exhale, we round. We puff up the shoulders, chin to the chest. Lovely, one more, inhale. Big breath in as you lower, find a nice lift and exhale, we round. Puffing up the shoulders, chin to the chest. Lovely, let's come all the way back to center. Now from here, let's round down into the hands. We tuck under the toes, lift the knees and the hips into your downward facing dog. So we send the hips up nice and high, maybe find a little pedal with the feet bending one knee straight and the other. Finding a bit of space, letting the head, the neck be heavy. Lovely. From here, inhale, we're going to come up nice and high on the balls of the feet. So really stretch out the soles of the feet. We ripple the body forward, moving into a high plank. So we engage in the core now, shoulders in line with the wrists. We lower the knees, hover them, and send the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Lovely. Two more, inhale. Ripple the body forward, high plank. Let's lower the knees, hover them, and push the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Let's do one more. Inhale, high up on the balls of the feet. Let's ripple the body forward nice and slowly, engage in the core, high plank. Lower the knees, and then send the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Let's take a nice big breath in here. And a big sigh out. Lovely. From here, we've got a little soft bend in the knees. Let's tiptoe walk the feet to the top of the mat to join the hands. When you get there, we're going to find a forward fold or ragdoll. So maybe holding opposite hands, opposite elbows. Maybe from here we find a gentle sway from side to side. So we're letting the upper body be nice and soft, grounding down through the soles of the feet, belly onto the thighs. Let's take one more breath in here. Exhale. Let's come all the way back to center, release the fingertips to the ground. Chin stays into the chest, and we're going to slowly roll all the way up. Softness in the knees, we stack. vertebra, and the head is going to come up last. Good. As soon as the head lifts up, you're going to take a nice big roll in the shoulders, all the way up, back and down. One more time, nice big roll, all the way up, back and down. Lovely. From here, we roll back down the way we came, so chin back into the chest, nice and slowly. Softness in the knees, softness in the arms, the hands, releasing the fingertips back down to the ground. Good. Back into your forward fold. Now from here, we find a halfway lift. So the fingertips come onto the shins or the thighs. We draw the shoulder blades back. We reach the crown of the head forward. And exhale, we fold all the way back down. Lovely. From here, we ground down into the hands. We step both feet back as we come into a high plank. So we're going to hold here for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. You've got one more breath in. Exhale, you release the knees. You untuck the toes. Let's send the pelvis forward and down. Find a nice tuck. Squeeze the glutes. And then slowly lower the thighs, the belly, and the chest, squeezing the elbows into the body. Lovely. From here, baby cobra. Inhale. Let's lift up the chest. We roll the shoulders back and down. Activate those lower back muscles, maybe lifting the hands off the ground. And exhale, come down. Good. Let's tuck into the toes. Push the ground away. Lift the knees and the hips back into your downward facing dog. Hips nice and high. Let's take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Lovely. From here, we're just going to release the knees straight down to the ground, untucking the toes. Send the hips back. We're moving into our child's pose. Lovely. So from here, the knees can be close together or wider apart, just depending on how this feels with the hips. We reach the fingertips forward and we lower the forehead down to the ground. So maybe here it might feel nice to close down the eyes. Staying nice and active as you can, so we're still reaching the fingertips forward, lengthening the spine, decompressing the lower back. And then let's slowly lift up the forehead, walk the hands over to the right. We're going to reach the fingertips away as we inhale, and exhale, we release, forehead, chest comes back down to the ground. So again, we're staying active, feeling that stretch on the left side of the body underneath the left armpit. Let's take one more breath in. Exhale. Inhale, we lift up. Let's move the hands all the way back from center and over to the left. Reaching the fingertips away. And exhale, let's release, forehead, chest back down to the ground. We're feeling this on the right side now, underneath that right armpit. Again, we're staying nice and active. So see if you can keep drawing the right hand away from the right hip. Let's take one more breath in. Exhale. Slowly come all the way back into your full child's pose. Reach the fingertips away, release the forehead, chest back down. And then we're just going to finish in a restorative child's pose. So we're going to bring the arms beside the body. Back to the hands can come onto the mat. Still finding length through the spine. Keeping the forehead down or maybe on a block or a cushion. And let's just take a couple of breaths here. Again, tuning back in with the breath, back in with the body. A few more moments of being present before a busy day ahead maybe. And then we're just going to finish with a nice big cleansing breath. So I want you to take a full breath in through the nose. And then from here, big sigh out through the mouth. Good. And then we're just going to finish here today. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you soon on the mat and have a lovely day. Namaste.